start with an opening statement from Coach and then jump right into questions. So, Coach McCaskey.
Yeah, what a great atmosphere. You know how much I respect this program and just obviously the coaching staff and the administration. I mean, everybody involved here. You know, the thing about going into playing this game, watching games like at Arizona where they're down big and just their team's in a huddle, tight huddle when the buzzer's going off and they're down 30. I told our team, like, this game will never feel like we'll feel good. I mean, this West Virginia team's tough. They're competitive. They play every possession the right way. And we knew coming into this game that no matter what lead, if we got one, that they would chip into it and they would compete. And they did that all the way to the end. And obviously I have so much respect for Coach Hodge. He's like a brother to me. And I know he's going to move this program in a real way quickly. It's what he's always done. And there's nobody respecting this more than him. And I knew we were in for a fight. And they bullied us in the paint with 38 points and beat us on the glass. And we just did a great job guarding, especially these two guys. Man, we're unbelievable guarding the three-point line and just our help defense. And we made them play one-on-one in a lot of areas. They didn't get a ton of assists, and when they did, they scored around the basket. And we got to do better of finishing plays and being more physical in the paint. But a lot of that credit goes to West Virginia.
Coach, I'm sure you watched them at Cincinnati on Thursday, where down double digits the second half, come back to win. How did you guys kind of avoid that?
Yeah, I mean, I'll tell you what it is. It's taking care of the ball. In the first half, we turned the basketball over, and in the second half, ultimately, we got to the free throw line enough and made some free throws, 11 for 13. That's a good number for us. And then just finding a way to get timely stops and not letting Huff get going from three. I mean, when they made that run, they make threes, and they do it pretty consistently. And that's how they stretch leads and get them. And you know, these two guys playing defense, especially Jalen on Huff, I mean, to keep him from making a field goal tonight is really impressive because of his motor and his skill. One of the best three-point shooters in college basketball, and Jalen deserves a ton of credit for the way he competed.
Questions for the players?
Jalen, how did you keep honor off the scoreboard?
Like I said, Coach giving me that assignment and just keying in on it and focusing. I know that my teammates always got my back, so just focusing on him and making sure he doesn't get his shot off comfortably is my top priority.
That's obviously easier said than done.
It is.
I mean, what
Definitely staying attached, you know. I got speed, he got speed, so it's just it's tough. It's tough, so just staying attached.
Donovan, you went 4 of 5 tonight. Beyond the arc, you had some big threes there early in the first half. What was going right tonight?
I think we were just moving the ball really well. My teammates know how to find open man. You know, I feel like we have so many offensive threats that it's hard for teams to stop everybody. You know, you double JT, he knows how to pass the ball out to find guys like me, JP, and CA. So, and then vice versa, we find him. So I think just us moving the ball really well just got me good shots, and my teammates trusted me to make those shots. So.
Both players. West Virginia's defensive emphasis on gap control, keeping the ball out of the lane, that help a little bit in creating some openings at three?
For sure. I mean, I feel like for me, I don't need much space. So if they're gonna help in, I'm gonna let it fly. So and my teammates know how to see that and recognize when somebody's open. So they find the open shooter for sure.
Grant, how long had it been since you'd seen Ross, and what were your emotions like? Was it tough to put that behind you once the game started? Yeah,
that's a great question. Probably Big 12 Media Days was the last time I saw him. And, I was the head coach at Midland Junior College in 2006, and he was the head coach at Paris Junior College. I don't know, he's 24 years old. And we play each other at McMurray University in a scrimmage, and he had one of the best teams in junior college basketball, and we had one of the best teams in junior college basketball, and they beat us pretty good. And so, it's funny, one of the assistants that we both worked with sent a text message to both of us. Is like, why didn't y'all ever coach opposite teams? And I told him, because I know better, when we were on the same staff, I let the assistants fight it out, and I wasn't getting involved in that. I mean, there's a lot of emotions. I love his family, And his mom was here, his sister was here, his wife is text my wife, and it's just, you know, when you do life with people in a real way and you've done things that have never been done at universities, there's just a lot that goes into it. And so there's a weird part of this that I just want a lot of success for him, you know, and then you're on the other side. I know this game makes us better. Like, that's the one thing I just walk away from it knowing that, like, he's always made me better as a person, as a husband, as a coach. So I just knew this game would make us better, you know, either way, win or lose. And that's his approach, and I just love him because I know what a competitor he is. And I know people can have their own opinions on what they think this program is. Like, he is built for this in a way that I cannot explain. He's one of the toughest, most resilient, demanding people in the right way, and he believes in people in a real way. And it's not tied to hoops. So it was difficult. I'd be lying if I said it wasn't. I didn't enjoy that part of it, but I've just come to grips with the fact that he's one of the best coaches I've ever met. And I knew this would be his opportunity at some point. He's deserved it, and they'll be unbelievably hard to beat, and he'll keep making this program better.
Did he, there was just like a little shoulder tap before the game. Were you able to spend some time with him at all?
Yeah, we saw. We're not trying to hug in front of y'all. So like we saw each other for a couple minutes last night, and nothing crazy. I mean, we're not hanging out like a lot of people do till 2. We don't do that. I mean, we really focus on our families and our teams, and he came by the hotel and hugged me, and we talked for 15 minutes because he's friends with a lot of people on our staff too, and he does it the right way, you know. And we talked about our families. We didn't talk about hoops. We do that enough. So that's the relationship we have, and I respect him so much. And so that hug in front of the cameras, he said, "Smile for the cameras." That's what he said when he hugged me. So that's who he is, you know. He's got a great way about him, and he's a competitor at heart. And when he punched the table, when he got those loose balls to threes for him, I knew what he meant. That's his heart. He's a fighter.
Coach, Christian was out against Kansas, but tonight he goes for 40 minutes. Was there a conversation there pregame? Was he going to play the full 40?
No, we weren't going to play 40, but just to be honest, like, Tyree threw up in the locker room at halftime. I mean, I don't know if it's just what's going around, stomach deal, but he tried to go a little bit, and he wasn't looking right, and we kind of stuck with who we were rolling with, you know. I mean, probably have some depth at the wing position when we would have done that, and Jalen obviously playing the point. Our intent was to get him some rest and play him at the point and move some pieces around, but when Tyree wasn't 100%, we just rolled with it, and it was unintentional.
All right, thank you guys.
Thank you.
Thank you.